Good morning. Hello. How are you all? Today I am doing Mary Cassatt. I think I've done her before, but it's been a while. Her palette was when I looked it up, it was so wide. I mean, it was, yeah, there were a lot um, of colors. So I tried to simplify it a little bit just for um, this is a detail too. It's not the full image. This is just a study, and oh, this is right now, as of this filming of this live, this is the last um, Master Study Monday that I have scheduled. There is a poll up on my post section on my channel that asks for your input on some of it, because I don't know. I want your feedback. So anyway, back to Mary Cassatt. She never married. She was considered the only female of the Impressionist, and she was very much supported by, as an artist, by Degas, but she did not like his misogyny, but somehow they managed to, it sounds like, figure out a way to, I don't know. That's interesting. I'll have to look up more on that, because I wonder how she did that. You know, what was the deal? I tried to simplify the palette down a little bit, and I put them all right here instead of up in this my little cubbies, because I need to clean it out, for one thing. This is a flesh tone. This is a flesh tone that was left from before that I figured might come in handy. This is a cobalt blue. This is burnt umber, or burnt umber, titanium white, cad yellow, cad red, I believe, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, yellow ochre. I know this is a simplified one, but if you saw the list, viridian, or no, I'm sorry, this is ivory black, and this is viridian, I believe. Nope, I was wrong. It's the other way around. This is ivory black. This is raw umber. And this is viridian. She used the viridian for some of the subtle tones. Most of the Impressionists used a more limited palette. They didn't use such a wide variety of pigments, but it's said that she worked in layers, Very soft layers. Let me give you a full list of what I was. Ooh, I'm on the wrong page. The full list. Okay, this is what I was told was in her palette when I did some research. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna do this quickly. Lead white or flake white, Naples yellow, yellow ochre, vermilion, madder lake, alizarin crimson, rose madder or carmine, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, viridian, terra verde, burnt sienna, raw umber, and then she used an ivory black occasionally, but it looks like that's what her dress is made out of. When she was working with pastels, which she did a lot during her career, especially later on, she used delicate pink flesh tones, cool grays and muted violets, bright but soft yellows and blues, often for coloring or backgrounds. She layered lightly, achieving softness with depth. She's known for her warm, luminous flesh tones, soft pastels contrasting with bold compositional figures or shapes. Like you see on the face, everything is very soft and and then there's this harsh black in here. And the white. The white is She painted across mediums. She did oils, pastels, prints, and each required different handling and flexibility in color. She's very soft light, which means there's very soft changes in value. It's not really high contrast on especially the flesh tones, but that may be why she did the black, in my mind, the black and then the white to give it that pop. If you're working in pastels, her working palette would be titanium white, Naples yellow, I put cad yellow, yellow ochre, alizarin crimson, vermilion or cad red light, cobalt blue, viridian, and raw umber. Key things in her work were motherhood and domestic life. She did a lot of mothers with their children. I live a couple hours from Wichita, and the Wichita Art Museum has one of hers, and it's very large. I did not picture it that big, but it's an oil. It's mother and child. I have done that one before. I did a hand study of part of it, and the mother and child's faces. I'm just typing something real quick into the which I need to remember to do. I need to do that on a regular basis. She had soft but deliberate brushwork. Things were thought out, and she knew what she was doing, obviously. I'm gonna lighten this. I know it's a dark area anyway, but I worry about it being dry enough to paint over, because I'm not going to do it in layers like she did. I'm going to try and do this all in one alla prima. I was working on my schedule yesterday, and sorry if I keep saying too often. It's kind of a filler word when I get distracted by doing the painting. And I want to continue doing something on Monday. There I went again. It works out well because I don't have anything else scheduled those days. It's become a habit. But as I've mentioned before, I have a show coming up next year, and I need to be working on things that I can hang in the show. And I've got this one on my easel that I really like. It's not a figurative, it's a interior, it's a still life, I guess you could say. But the thing is, I haven't worked on it in like 6 months, which happens to be the same amount of time I've been doing these master studies on Mondays. So what I need to do is spend more time working on said more finished pieces. Like obviously this is going to stay. Oh, by the way, this is a new notebook and our sketchbook. First page, I'm painting in it. Finished the other one. We'll do a flip through. Have not filmed it yet. Let's see. She used her wealth and influence to help other female artists, which I love. And from what I understand, Cecile Bideau did the same thing. She was a big supporter of other women in the arts, which is, I think, very admirable. The thing on Portrait Society of America, there is a section just for don't quote me, but it's Cecilia Bideau, Cecilia Beau, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. You know me, and sorry, another for just her. It's, notice how I caught myself there. It is where you can go and support women in the arts, I believe. I'll have to look at it closer. It's been a while. Anywho's, she never married. She said that, supposedly she said that being married was like a jail. It was a kind of a social cage for women at the time. Instead, she lived for her art. I know she was very involved with her nieces and nephews. I'm thinking they were nephews. Oftentimes using them as models in her work. See if I'm missing anything. She was born in 1844 and passed away in 1926. Was an American painter and printmaker, best known for her intimate, tender depictions of women and children. Though born in Pennsylvania, she spent much of her adult life in France, and that's where she became the only American artist officially associated with Impressionist. So I'm sorry if I said the only woman. I may have misspoke. I remembered it incorrectly. I think that's all I have on her. As far as her color signature was warm, luminous flesh tones. I think I really want to work wet and wet. I've left myself very little room here to work on my palette. I may need to pull the other palette over. This is just a cheapy brush that I've just about worn it out, actually. Let's see, soft pastels contrasted with bold compositional shapes. Use of complementary colors, very subtle. Blue with pink, gold with violet. You can see the like grayish blue down here, and then the yellowish tone of the background, and some of the tones in the skin. I think that's about all I have on her biographical information. I do plan on playing music a bit more today than I have been, because I get very distracted. I'll be here though to answer questions. If Pierre is listening, I got my book. I flipped through it. That was all I've done. It looks beautiful. There's a book that he and I were both, and it is color, is it color mixing for the oil painter or something like that. It is, I've seen it on a few artists. I think it came out in November-ish. Anywho, beautiful book. Beautiful. If you want, I can pull it out when we're finished here. I'm pulling up my Oil Painter's Color Handbook. Maybe I should put a link in the description, but that's what it looks like. The cover. It has a 4.7 on Goodreads. Ooh, that's a bright. That's not what I meant. Where's my green when I need it? There we go. Tone that red down there. Let's see, I'm gonna have to bring that down. I am going to focus on painting and play some music for right now. So if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to put them in the comments. If you're watching the replay, same thing. I'm using, I just wanted to make note that I'm using a lot of walnut oil in here. And I put mineral spirits over that part to help erase some of that was showing through. Oops. For some reason I had background on my brain and not hair. So I'll fix that. I'm just blocking in the main colors right now. She worked more in layers, so she would have done her underpainting and then gone on top of it with the next layer after it had dried. I obviously can't do that since this is a one-day thing. Let me shut this light off while that's still so wet, and it will, that really takes away my light, doesn't it? Yeah, let me leave that on. I don't want to be painting in the dark, basically. Again, there is a poll on my post or community page here that I ask what you want me to do on Mondays. That helps a little. I'm gonna go ahead and do the old paint tube trick if I can find it. I've put all my paints in one pile because I pulled out a bunch of things that they said she might have used. I don't know where my tube bringer is. It seemed like it always worked the best. Oh, I can't find it. I'll stick this tube of paint, or roll of, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. That'll help a little. I did put up a bunch of time lapses yesterday to go out on Tuesdays for the next month. And there are also, oh, this is way too small for that. There also are, here we go. I love this little one. I wonder if I should get several more. What was I saying? I put up a lot of videos yesterday. Time-lapse, 2-hour chunk videos of lives, so you don't have to, if you really want to watch it all, you don't have to sit through 4 to 6 hours of painting. You can get it in chunks. Also, I'm trying to come up with a more consistent calendar, because like this week I was kind of all over the place. So Mondays will be where did that come from? Come here. What is that? Looks like just a little chunk of paint. I don't know where it. Anyway, Mondays will be Master Study Mondays or something similar. It helps this on the schedule. It helps get my week started. On Tuesdays, I will have a time lapse. I will not be going live unless something comes up, which I don't foresee. Seeing that Viridian green. I shouldn't say Viridian green, it's just Viridian. On the shadows here a lot. But if you're wanting input on what I do on Mondays, there is a poll. So on my community page. I started to say something else and now I can't remember what it was. I know a lot of people want me to do oil pastels, so if those are done, they will be on Thursday mornings. And again, I will have a time lapse of those. So if you want a quick under 10-minute art fix, there's going to be that. I am still trying to figure out the best way to film working on my easel. Because as I've said, I have one there that I really would like to get done. that is important I get done to me. I know her eyes don't look correct. Remember, this is it's a process. I worked really hard this weekend. Aren't you all do? I worked on mostly video things, stuff for the channel, scheduling. I've been using a lot of Google Calendar and Chat GPT to help get things out of my brain, because it helps me to talk through them on my schedule things. Or as of right now, I have not hit 4,000. I'm really close, but I've been close for a week or two. And I think that's one reason I know that's one reason I was all over the place this week, because I was wanting to achieve that, and I kind of lost sight of the big picture. So if you will like and sub, watch a few videos. I mean, I don't want you to do something that's not sustainable. I don't want you to do it just so I'll reach 4,000 hours, because that's not gonna fit if you see something you're interested in. I did do a merch unboxing too. I don't have the cups out today, but there's one I really need to use during lives. Hey Pierre, what are you doing? I got my book. I got my book. I haven't looked at it very much yet, aside from just flipping through it. But I mentioned it earlier. It's beautiful on the inside. Just flipping through it was joyful. There's some of the work in there. Oh man, I mean, it's just I think I'm going, it's It reminds me a lot of the palette book, just in eye candy. I didn't bring it in here. I was heading out to Dome Falls. Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is the Dome Falls trip, is it work related? She's very doe-eyed. I know you've already answered the poll or had your input. I thank you for that. Because today's the last one I have scheduled, and if anybody wants input on it, they're gonna have to do it today, because I need to get stuff scheduled. I'm just not, her eyes, I'm not getting her eyes. Oh, cool. Well, happy Canada Day. I heard, I don't know how to put this without bringing up politics, but I heard that there are things going on with the deportees, and we're not seeing it in the US. So I just wondered if you had seen anything that were very frightening. There's mess. I'm gonna watch. Cool. I appreciate that. these are good for me to do. Oh, by the way, if you missed it, this is a new sketchbook. It's the first page. And I don't know if it's just what I'd heard. I don't know if it's just, you know, people being people. Oh, okay. This was, it involved cargo planes that they have used and why. I won't go into it too much because I know some people don't like to, we're here to paint. But if what I heard, I couldn't find any sources, so but like I said, from what I understand, we're not seeing it here online. If yeah, I try. I catch news. When I come in here in this room, I'll have Google tell me what's going on, and then there's some news folks I watch on TikTok, because that way I can at least have some laughs at the same time. Balance it out a little bit. Yeah, I don't, on ours is the 4th. I don't know if I'm going to, I should. I don't think I've scheduled anything, any lives or anything. I may take that day off too. Even if it's just to paint. Yeah, I got that shadow too warm. If it's to paint on my own. She looks very stern on mine. It'll get there though. It'll get there. Yeah, I'm hoping that book has exercises and things that will, and not just examples. Which is unusual. Usually I don't. But I think I would benefit from some color. My work tends to be very muted. I tried showing it to hubby, but he was more interested in the Thunderbolt jack thingy I got him. His quit working. At least we hope that's what it was, and it seems like it was. He likes to have 2 monitors going. Which I do too during sprints, but so what are you doing any artwork today or tomorrow with your day off? I love hearing what other people are working on. I saw, what is her name? I'm sorry. She comes in. She does the coloring and things. I saw hers. I can picture it when it comes on the screen, but for the life of me, I cannot. She looks like she's really kicking booty. Yeah, this has a long way to go. I'll put a little bit of black in here just to help define that area. I'm making her look older, I think. Definitely need to work on her eyes. I'm adding a little vermilion because that's so reddish in here to help tone down the red. I love seeing the one of hers in Wichita. It's amazing. And I totally get what she says about marriage. I think it's still relevant to a point today. Not to the same extreme, maybe, or in different ways. But even just maintaining a relationship takes. I remember seeing a movie on her, and she was played by the woman that played Judge Amy. I think that needs to go up some. Yeah. I just remember finding it very enjoyable to watch. I am going to go back to playing music because I'm rambling. I'm not saying anything about art. I'm trying to do this. One reason I'm using a smaller brush is because since she did it in layers, things are very delicate, and I don't want to go in there with a big brush and have large brush strokes and completely take away from what that's too low, isn't it? It needs to be more like right there. And again, I'm using walnut oil right off the bat.